every once in a while, something I enjoy doing, regardless of how you feel about it, is I like to give you what my vision could have been. And with this song, I think the energy is right. I think the scene is just different than what I would have liked to see. I'm actually going to play this song again. And I'm going to take the visuals out because I want you to, instead of watching the video again, I want you to hear it. Let me show you one shot. When I first started the stream, this was the shot that I used as the start screen. You see her in this shot? I think this was cut you off, I think. So I want you to imagine her again in this attire. Okay, she is the queen. I want you to use that in your brain, use your imagination. She is the queen that is up on the stage. Now the stage is, the whole set is very dark and spotlighty, much like, do you remember, and some of you will, some of you won't, remember the stage scene from BTS's Shadow, where Suga was on the stage and then all of the people, the audience dressed in black, had their phones up and you could see the phone screens, right? So you have the royalty up on the stage and then you have all of the audience dressed in black across the whole floor. You with me? I want you to envision that. That's the scene that I'm trying to set for you. So she is literally on a throne, the spotlight is on her, and we are behind all of the people dressed in black that are almost lined up like a formation as her audience. Off to the side, we have people dressed, let's just say in a slightly different shade, maybe even white. They are the voices that start here and they are praising the queen. Listen. There's a haze in the air and the camera is slowly pushing down the gauntlet to her straight on. We're moving right past the people dressed in black, the audience, and we can hear the choir praising the queen.
So I heard you're back in town and haven't changed a bit, man. You get off.
Now we get shots of like the audience where you just see it's all just faces. No faces, just beings, okay?
Walking down to the little man, time you get.
And then as we go through this first verse, and we're just seeing like, and how do I put this? I don't want to say they're haters. They're just like, just dark entities that are the audience. We just see different ones. They're all the same, but we just kind of flowing through the audience. We're looking behind heads at her, and she could be saying something, just sitting there while the chorus goes, whatever.
What you deserve. Wow.
Right here, we're going to see one of the people in the audience that has not black, but like a slightly different shade of gray, like a dark gray. And you immediately recognize that that person is different, okay?
You're so fucking stupid.
And that person is going to start to walk out of the audience and towards the hall, like the runway that is down the center of the room.
Lucky I know my own word. So
now, at this point, when it drops, that person has walked to the center of the runway and turned and faced the queen. And they're like far back. They're several rows back, 20, 30, 40 rows, but they turn and they square off. They are down the gauntlet facing the queen.
Wanna fight me? Are you big enough?
Now we see the showdown between her and this person in gray. She's still sitting in the chair, completely calm.
Kick the back of my knee, are you serious? You keep on trying, boy. I like your blood on my teeth, just a little.
Slow walk towards the queen, very slow walk. She slowly begins to stand up.
Too much, so bite me, slap me around the face. Now I'm twisting your arm till I hear it break. I get stronger every day. Yeah. Little girl gon' cut the gun from a gangster. Run, little girl, bang.
When that beat hits, this slight buildup is the person in gray slowly starting to walk. The speed picks up where they end up in a full sprint charging at the queen as she stands there. Hold on. Starting to move. Full sprint. And at that point, she uses her hand without saying a word and just, and that drop is what sends that person flying back to the back of the room. Like she has this type of energy. And it goes from full speed to and that person is blown to the back of the room, okay? Yeah, superhero smash. And she can turn around and sit back down. You can have people from the crowd dressed in black run over, grab this person, and drag him out of the room.
Honey, I've changed so much since I last saw ya. Hands on my head, help every day. Cool ding ding, hold my earrings for my debut. 'Cause I pack a punch packed into a corner. Come at me, don't tell me I didn't warn ya.
Okay, it comes back down.
Did you think I'd be
Now we can go around the throne, we can get different angles of the room, but we have to reset the energy.
easy? Snap me like bamboo. Hold me in.
Now we're gonna travel from behind the throne. We're gonna see her again with like kind of backlit from the spotlight, and we're gonna start to travel back down into the audience. Because the same way that we revealed the first gray person, the one like the resistant one, we're gonna see more of that.
Into the soul of your jackboot. Wish I could bottle the taste.
Now as we go through, we see a gray,
So you wanna
a
fight me?
gray, and there's more. You start to realize there wasn't just one, there's 3, 5, 8.
Are you big enough? Kick the
And they
back of
start
mine.
to move towards the center again.
Hey, are you serious? You keep on trying, boy. I like your blood on my teeth, just a little too much.
Now the same thing is gonna happen, but it's gonna be slightly different.
So bite me, slap me around the face. Now I'm twisting your arm till I hear it break. I get strong.
Now she can stand up and walk towards the front of her stage, which is only slightly just a few feet above the rest. These people then come to the center of the runway. Let's say there's friggin' 20 of them.
Every day. Yeah. Little girl gone, got a gun from a gangster. Run, little girl, bang. Say that again.
Okay, let me just check something real quick.
Ding ding, hold my earrings for my debut. 'Cause I pack a punch back. Little girl gone, got a gun from a gangster. Run, little girl, faster. Little girl gone, got a gun from a gangster. Honey, I've changed so much since I last saw ya. Hands in my head,
Okay, got it. Okay, sorry, I just had to check the last part.
my earrings. Honey, I've
So this part here, we talked about the 20, 25 people, the resistance coming out, landing in the runway, and then this buildup, they do the exact same thing. They drive forward, but let's say it's not just the one runway. There's like 3 or 4 or 5 of them, and people start to congregate. These grays start to congregate in all of the runways so that you get an overhead shot of this resistance that's starting to come up against her as the queen. And it's an overwhelming force.
the wrong era.
When this drop happens this time, it's the same thing, but she's not just doing it to one person. She's doing it to like 5 over here, 10 over here. We need this scene to kind of like be a lot and kind of not Kill Bill, but that kind of energy where it's like, holy hell. And she's just completely unstoppable. She doesn't have to be like a superhero, but she has to be the queen that has, even though she's still elegant, she can still, and then, and she has that. And they just start flying back through each other.
Say that again, I didn't quite hear you. Let's put the wrong bitch
Slow
in the
motion.
wrong era. I've been a bug and I got my badge of honor. Honey, I've changed so much since I last saw ya. Hands in my head, help every day. You ding ding, hold my earrings for my debut. 'Cause I pick a punch back into a corner.
Wait for
Come
it.
at me, don't tell me I didn't warn ya.
Now, right here, I want to see her take off like a cloak. I want her to, almost like she's taking her earrings off, right? Takes it off. She's gonna dress it on the throne.
Little girl gone, got a gun from a gang.
This is gonna be the choir again.
So run, little girl, run.
She's gonna take off her cloak. She's gonna take off her crown and set it on the throne. She's gonna walk to the front of her stage.
Little girl faster. Little girl gone, got a gun from a gangster.
And we're gonna see so many resistance come and almost fill the room.
Honey, I've changed so much since I last saw you.
When this last drop happens, she's going to use the most powerful weapon that she has. You ready?
Run from a gangster.
So now the whole room is almost full of mostly resistance. When the drop happens, she's going to basically put her hands down by her side. She's going to start to lean back. And when the drop happens, it's not her hands, it's her voice. She's going to basically sing the words at these people. And all of that energy is just going to send a tidal wave right through every last one of them, because the queen has all that power and it's in that voice.
So run, little girl, faster. Little girl gone, got a gun from a gangster. Honey, I've changed so much since I last saw you. Guns in my head, everything you ding ding. On my earrings for my debut. 'Cause I pick up one back into a corner. Come at me, don't tell me I didn't warn you.
And on that last line, we're going to see a shot of her, and there's just this little hair that's slightly out of place, and she just tucks it back, eyes, black screen. That's what I saw. Very different. I know. And I know it's kind of hard to envision because in my brain I see it clearly, but I think that would be so disgusting. Ugh. Whew, I gave myself chills. Oh boy.